The most dangerous enemy Hell's Angels fear the most. Learn about the fascinating world of motorcycle subculture as we dig into the enthralling domain of the most dangerous enemy Hell's Angels fear the most. Who or what lurks outside the boundaries of their notorious brotherhood? Who or what is the most significant danger that these prominent motorcyclists face? Learn the spine-chilling reality that lies within an outlaw motorcycle gang firefight created a trail of mayhem and murder as it spread through Henderson, which was the site of a deadly clash that broke out. The altercation, which took place in a disturbing display of lawlessness, ended with 7 people being shot, sending the city into a state of shock and dread. As a result of the shootings, the city is in a state of shock and apprehension. 2 victims are currently in critical condition, and their injuries highlight the seriousness of the catastrophe that occurred. They are currently fighting for their lives. The calm of the area was disrupted as a result of the brazen exchange of gunfire that served as a symbol of the gang's contempt for the public safety. In a short amount of time, law enforcement officials arrived at the scene, cordoned off the area, and initiated a comprehensive investigation in an effort to bring the offenders to justice. The community is still on edge as authorities worked diligently to determine the reasons behind the violent altercation and to forestall any future escalation of emotions in the town. This disturbing event serves as a jarring reminder of the extensive reach that criminal elements have within the underbelly of the city. Both the Hells Angels and the Vagos motorcycle gangs, which are infamous for their participation in violent and criminal activities, discovered that they were at the center of yet another violent episode. These 2 opposing gangs have worked hard over the years to earn a reputation for being dangerous, and a shooting that occurred not too long ago brought that reputation home. Once more, the Hells Angels and the Vagos have a long history of fights that frequently escalate into violent confrontations due to their territorial disputes and illicit enterprises. These clashes are well known in the criminal underworld. Law enforcement agencies have regularly focused their attention on their operations in an effort to put a stop to the criminal acts that they engage in, which include everything from drug trafficking to extortion. This most recent shooting serves as a sobering reminder of the continuous tensions between these 2 motorcycle organizations whose members have become synonymous in the eyes of the general public with criminal activity. As investigate continue, the incident highlights the ongoing difficulty that law enforcement faces in putting a stop to the violence that has been inextricably linked to the identities of the Hells Angels and the Vagos. The Hells Angels Motorcycle Club was established in 1948 by veterans of World War II. The club went through a series of transitions on its way to becoming an exclusive and criminal organization. What started out as a band of defiant individuals looking for camaraderie and a sense of freedom on the open road soon transformed into a secretive and infamous organization. In the beginning, the Angels discovered comfort in the fraternity that was created during the battle, channeling their passion of adventure into the culture of motorcycles. On the other hand, as time went on, a shadowy side of the group's dynamics became more apparent because of the organization's closed membership, violent turf disputes, and other illegal activities, such as drug trafficking, were able to thrive under its protection as the Angels pursued lucrative illegal operations and nurtured their repute for toughness. The initial kinship that was forged by shared wartime experiences eventually gave way to a hardened criminal attitude. The Hells Angels ultimately cemented their legacy as a complicated and nuanced emblem of counterculture and criminality. As a result of this change, which constituted a sharp divergence from their initial aims, the Blue Angels have earned the reputation of being the most venerable and mysterious criminal motorcycle gang in Europe, and they also hold the title of being Europe's oldest one-center club. When they first appeared on the scene in the turbulent 1970s, they wasted no time in establishing themselves as persistent competitors to the legendary Hells Angels. The backstory of the organization is still a mystery, but the fact that they have maintained a consistent presence in the European motorcycle subculture speaks much about the continuing influence they have had. The Angels, easily identifiable by the unique blue patches they have had a harrowing journey and cemented their place in the history books of the counterculture. Their conflicts with other groups, such as the Hells Angels, have created a narrative of defiance and territorial feuds between the 2 gangs. These interactions, in conjunction with a storied code of devotion, have contributed to their rise to the rank of legendary characters within the sphere of underground bikers. It is a credit to the Blue Angels' endurance and resiliency within the ever-changing environment of Ilal motorcycle gangs that their legacy has persisted throughout the years. In 1935, the Outlaws were established as a formidable rival to the legendary Hells Angels, which sparked a decades-long enmity that was characterized by explosive clashes over territorial control. This conflict is still ongoing. The turbulent history of the Outlaws was marked by violent turf disputes that echoed throughout the criminal underworld. This was caused by violent turf disputes that were fueled by a volatile blend of rebellion, endearing their steadfast adherence to the club code, and the recognizable skull logo helped to solidify their reputation as a dangerous group. The leather-clad members of the Outlaws gave often intimidating and defiant attitude as the engines of their Harley-Davidson motorcycles revved in the background. The fight with the Hells Angels became infamous as both gangs competed for control of illegal businesses. Their constant competition was marked by vicious brawls that frequently spilled out onto the streets. This savage rivalry created a dark place inside the annals of motorcycle gang legend, narrating a chronicle of loyalty, retribution, and merciless territorial warfare that continues to echo within the legacy of organized crime. Common criminals continue to draw inspiration from the story. Bandidos Motorcycling Club has carved its place into the annals of motorcycling history with a turbulent legacy, and it currently holds the distinction of being the second largest club in the country. Their presence has been felt on every continent, as evidenced by noteworthy conflicts with the infamous Hells Angels motorcycle gang. In both Canada and Europe, the band have in reality become involved in a complex web of illegal enterprises. Despite their outward appearances of brotherhood and freedom on the open road, authorities from a variety of nations have conducted investigations into the club due to allegations that its members are involved in organized crime activities, such as the distribution of illegal drugs, the smuggling of weapons, and other forms of criminal business. The prominence of the Bandidos serves as a striking reminder of the intricate and frequently dangerous intersections between motorcycle culture, illegal activities, and the margins of society. In spite of the fact that they are commonly portrayed as criminals of the present day, since its founding in 1969, the Mongols Motorcycle Club has carved its name into the annals of organized outlaw motorcycle history, and this process has taken place over the course of 6 turbulent decades. The infamous Hells Angels and the Mongols have been involved in ruthless competition for a long time. Now the Mongols are a force to be reckoned with because they are gritty and determined. Their struggle for dominance has been marked by violent confrontations over territorial dominion and unshakable control, and this has been one of the defining characteristics of this conflict. In the world of motorcycle gangs, the Mongols have carved out a unique identity for themselves thanks to the fact that they were founded on the ideas of independence, camaraderie, and resistance. They have demonstrated an uncompromising mentality that is reminiscent of their namesake's warrior past by donning an emblem that depicts the ferocious Genghis Khan. Both the Mongols and the Hells Angels have left an indelible mark on the subculture in their never-ending pursuit of power. These marks are symbolic of the unfiltered spirit of defiance that can be found on the open road. The rivalry between these two titans continues to have a significant impact on the criminal underworld of motorcycle gangs, with each group striving to leave behind a storied history among the cacophony of revving engines and tight-knit brotherhood. Thanks for watching. For more, subscribe to our channel.